This question relies on nothing more than the GCSE knowledge that you currently have, but it's about looking at the ratio of the velocity afterwards to the initial velocity. So in this example, we've got two objects. Let's imagine that's P and that's Q. This one is moving, and then the two things stick together and move off at a combined velocity after that collision. So let's think about this, maybe not in terms of Lego, but just a nice simple diagram. So here we're going to have object P, and that collides with the larger object Q, and then after the collision the two objects move off together. And I think it's a lot easier to visualise it once you've drawn that diagram. Now of course we know that the momentum before is equal to the momentum afterwards, and the momentum before is going to be equal to mp up plus the mass of Q times uq, its initial velocity, and that's going to then be equal to the final combined mass, which is mp plus mq multiplied by the combined final velocity, which I've just called v. Now of course we can rearrange this and then put some numbers in. So we can say that v is equal to mp up, which is going to be equal to 2.0 times 3.0. We're going to add that to the momentum of this object, which is just 0 because its initial velocity is 0, and we're going to divide that by the combined final mass of 6.0. And that's equal then to just 6.0 divided by 6.0, which would equal 1.0 meters per second. Now of course that is the final velocity, but that's not the final answer. We want to calculate the ratio of the final velocity to P's initial velocity, and therefore this is going to be equal to its final velocity v divided by up, which in this case is 1.0 divided by 3.0. So that's equal to 0.33, and there's going to be no numbers because it's just the ratio between these two different velocities. So although the question is about ratios, it relies on your understanding of the underlying physics. In this case, about how to approach a question by drawing a diagram, by applying the right equations and doing the right calculation in order to find that final ratio. By the way, this is just one of many videos I've made covering all of the maths that you need to understand for A-level physics. It's part of the mini course, which includes many more topic videos, multiple worked examples, and also a guide that you can download. You can find all of this over at alevelphysicsonline.com.